An angry France, an opportunistic United States, and a friendly India towards France. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi is making sure that France realizes who its real friends in the world are. India is emerging as France's most trusted partner now that the US has ditched Paris. And this will have many repercussions for the global order, none of which are good for Washington DC. Hi and welcome. You're watching TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Piyush, and in this video I will tell you how France was backstabbed by the US with the AUKUS alliance, and now India is playing its hand. India is making full use of the opportunity that has landed on its lap. France is currently infuriated with the United States and Australia following the announcement of a strategic alliance between the US, UK and Australia called AUKUS. As a part of the AUKUS initiative, Australia will be provided with nuclear submarines, and Washington will also share its submarine nuclear propulsion technology with the Down Under country. However, France is not a tad bit happy with Australia and the US and has termed the AUKUS initiative a grave betrayal and something which should not have happened among allies and partners. It has also gone on to suggest that AUKUS initiative will have profound impact on its participation at NATO. So here's what happened. Australia was supposed to procure several diesel-powered submarines from France as a part of a multi-billion-dollar deal which has been in the works for years now. However, the deal was tanked. France claims it was blindsided by the US and Australia. The French foreign minister called the deal a unilateral, brutal and unpredictable decision. While speaking to radio station France Info, Le Drian said that it was a stab in the back and added that France had established a relationship of trust with Australia and has now been betrayed. France's relationship with the United States has been bruised like never before. In fact, it has even recalled its ambassadors from Washington and Canberra in what comes as an unprecedented move, best epitomizing France's fury with the AUKUS initiative and the undermining of its role in the Indo-Pacific. India has swooped in to strengthen its partnership with France in the backdrop of Paris getting disenchanted with the US. On Saturday, Foreign Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar spoke with his French counterpart Jean-Yves Le Drian and reaffirmed India's commitment to France. Jaishankar and Le Drian agreed to deepen their strategic partnership based on relation of political trust between the two great sovereign nations of the Indo-Pacific. The two ministers agreed to meet in New York this week on the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly to work on a common program of concrete actions to defend together a truly multilateral international order. The timing of the call between the two foreign ministers is crucial. India has stepped in to assure France that it is standing right beside it, even while other countries and its oldest and most trusted partners have betrayed it. France is India's strategic partner. France is a major defense exporter and has really helped India for many years now. While India's partnership with Russia and the United States usually steals the limelight, it is France which has actually delivered India with the best of friendship in strategic terms. Now India is returning the favor. According to the Hindustan Times, the Indian Air Force is set to acquire 24 second-hand Mirage 2000 fighters made by Dassault Aviation in an attempt to strengthen its aging fleet of fourth-generation fighters and also secure parts for its two existing squadrons of the aircraft. India announcing a new deal with France at a time when Paris has just lost a multi-billion-dollar submarine deal with Australia really shows how New Delhi is trying to help Paris in its time of need. India is also sending a message to the United States. India, although Australia claims that it was informed well ahead about the AUKUS announcement, would have really wanted for Quad to not be diluted in such a manner by Joe Biden. The UK could have been brought into the Quad along with France. With such additions, Quad would have become an even more formidable force in the Indo-Pacific and an anchor against all devious Chinese designs in the region. Japan would have also wanted the same. Joe Biden should have had the foresightedness to create a Quad Plus initiative instead of compartmentalizing its anti-China allies into various groupings. In a way, India is also making its displeasure known to the US by enhancing cooperation with France. One should not be entirely surprised if India, France and Japan come together and set up a new anti-China grouping for the Indo-Pacific in the near future. Indian diplomacy has come a long way. France, on its part, will remember India as a country which stood by it at a time when other allies dissed it. This will become a bedrock of a formidable Indo-French relationship being formed soon.